a new module that you might want to hear about has come across my attention. It's the Edge 1 AI module by Alif, and it's a so-called high-performance Edge AI system on module, set to save us engineers a hell of a lot of development time through using a complete system, rather than piecing all of the bits together through month-long dev campaigns. It contains an AI-enabled processor, communication ICs, power management, flash memory, RAM, and more. Let's go ahead and talk to Shukru from Alif to learn more about E1M. Okay, let's start right back from the beginning. What is your motivation behind creating the Edge 1 module, or the so-called E1M?
Well, we have been working on the industry for a very long time combined, and the idea behind E1M came from a real world pain point, and that is engineers spend too much time on adapting software and hardware for different processors, different tool chains, different board layouts, different PCB designs, and we wanted to remove this friction, and we thought, how can we remove this one? And Edge 1M was created to simplify the development of intelligent edge AI systems by standardizing both hardware and software, so that developers can focus on their works, solving problems, solving more important problems, and getting rid of this friction of inertia. And they spend less time on integration, and their time to market will be much shorter. It's about giving teams a reliable foundation that is flexible enough to grow their needs.
So really, this is a system on module that is everything an engineer who's looking to develop an IoT and edge AI solution needs. So it's a real time saver.
Yes, time,
Great.
and of course, time is money. It saves almost any resources you have on the industry.
Amazing. So let's talk about its selling points. What sort of makes it stand out from other solutions that are on the market?
The keyword is standardization. E1M, Edge 1 module, is a family of AI-enabled system of modules designed with a standardized pinout, hardware pinouts, and in addition with a unified software layer. The system of modules are soldered directly to the board, so no connectors, which increases your durability and which improves reliability. It reduces your cost and avoid corrosion issues. Also, even though the hardware is fixed, once assembled, you can design a single PCB that supports multiple E1M variants. Now we are using Alif chips, and we are using Renesas on our next chip, so we are partners with them. And if you want to change your processor without changing your software, you can just use a different product from our E1M family, which is nice in my opinion.
Amazing. So that's the big advantage of having a standardized
Yes.
pinout. As you continue to support more processors, engineers will be able to hot swap these modules onto
Yes,
their
because the
PCBs.
software is standardized, so they can switch between any board on the E1M family.
Yeah, I had a look before. The main processor that you've got at the moment is an Alif one, isn't it? You've got an Alif Fusion processor, haven't you?
Yes, Alif E7, E3, different variants.
Awesome. Very powerful processor. What sort of engineer do you feel will benefit most from a solution like the E1M?
If you want to save time, if you do not want to deal with the friction of embedded software slash hardware development, I think this is a very nice board. Technically every engineer can benefit from it, but it's perfect for engineers who want to move fast and build robust systems and reduce the development overhead that I have been talking about. That
Yeah.
might be a startup founder or a product team managing multiple software units or large engineering groups standardizing their platforms. So it's helpful for every team, in my opinion.
So I have put this device into the real world, and I want to have sensors interface with it. What interfaces do you have available for me to use? Is it I2C, SPI, ADCs, digital
Yes.
inputs? What have you got?
Yes. We have everything, just like most processors. We have UART, I2C, SPI, LCD, camera interface. There are a lot of camera interfaces, Ethernet
Wow.
PHY, and we have onboard ADC and ADC reference. We have MIPI LCD interface. We have SD card interface. We have additional memories. It's not basically interface, but it's very helpful. And we have programmable PMIC so that you can control everything on the board. So it's very scalable. And if you want to go deep, just be my guest. Go deep.
Very cool. So now that I've got all of my data that I've collected from the outside world through all the peripherals that you've just stated, how am I able to get all of that data off the E1M?
For the outer connection, like connection with the outer world, we support Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth Low Energy, Zigbee, and Matter. So in any modern device, you can just communicate with the other world. So it will be no issue.
Right. The other question that I have is when we talk about Bluetooth and Zigbee and Matter and such, these are all complex standards to work with. How easy do you make it for engineers to access these protocols? Do you have an SDK that we can use that sort of abstracts all of that away, or have I got to go bare metal like the good old days?
I mean, you don't have to go bare metal. If you want, you can, of course, but we don't want engineers to go bare metal. That is what our aim is. We are offering a software layer, which is called Alp SDK. So we are providing an abstraction layer. So you are going to use our functions, our SPI, our Ethernet, our Wi-Fi. So if you want to, for some reason, if you need to change a board, like if you need to change the processor from Alif to Renesas, for example, you don't have to change your software. Your software stack will be the same because that's what we have seen in the industry. Change takes too much effort. So we are providing you the software so that you do not have to think about hardware and the firmware. So your only interface is us, then you just interact with us, then we provide you everything. So I think that's the big point.
You're kidding. So I can go ahead and this year, today, I can write a script that is a Bluetooth project or a Wi-Fi project that, I don't know, let's just say it transmits Hello World, just to start basic.
Yes.
And you're saying I can hot swap an Alif MCU and a Renesas MCU onto the same board, and it will have the same functionality without any changes apart from maybe changing it so it knows it's got a different processor.
Your code will work with Alif E1M variant and Renesas E1M variant in the same way. Yes. So if you buy this and integrate it with your custom board or just that, or with our development board, you can just use either of it, no problem.
Amazing. So you've got a development board as well. What does that offer? Does it make it a lot easier? Is it classic? You just chuck the USB and upload it to your computer, upload it to the device, and it's so much easier?
Yeah, that's basically the same. I mean, we wanted to provide the users to evaluate our E1M family. So this one has an Arduino header, like Ethernet, SPI, UART, whatever you want. So, I mean, this one is doing all the job, but this is just like a baseboard so that you can just easily debug, easily see what's going on inside this one. So just a view of what's happening.
Yeah. What did you say? You've got an Arduino header on that?
Yeah, we have.
What'd you put an Arduino header on it for?
I mean, the main motivation of us, as we told, is just to provide users with like an easier experience. So, and as you all know, Arduino is like maybe the simplest one there is. So for rapid development or just prototyping some small things, we offered some Arduino header here. You just plug it and use different functions offered by the E1M so that you can just do easy prototyping. But if you want to just evaluate its full potential, of course, you need to dive a bit deeper and use Alp SDK for that.
Great. Awesome. Good to hear. Okay, so let's talk about applications of this, and that will help us leave in the heads of the engineers what they could be using this board for. And maybe if they think of any other applications, I'll chuck it down in the comments after this. But what do you feel are the main applications of the E1M, and why is it the best for the job in that application?
I mean, best application scenario is edge AI applications. So if you want to process your data and run an artificial intelligence model on the edge without transmitting any data to use cloud, I think this is your go-to solution because it's low power, it has AI-enabled chips in all our family, so that is good. And I think this transfers to all of the industry: drones, defense, telecommunications, smart vision systems, industry, predictive maintenance, wearables, robotics, so low power, always on monitoring nodes. So almost everything you can use it because it has processor, it has an AI accelerator, and it has a lot of peripherals. So it's pretty versatile in that manner.
Great. Shukru, thank you very much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you, Alif.